Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Yo, you're welcome. I greet you all. I go by the name Miracle Anthony, also known as Mr. Soundcraft. I want to welcome you all specially to this great interview. Based on popular demand, I would like to share a lot of things about myself. First of all, I would like to tell you where I'm actually coming from. Most of you know, but I feel it's very important. I'm a Indian man by tribe, basically from Ardokala local government, so it makes me an indigene of Taraba State automatically. So I'm also a student, like many of you. I'm also a student with Taraba State University. I'm studying medical laboratory science, of which I'm hoping that very soon I'll become a doctor. Yeah, not just the production field, I'll become a doctor. So we thank God for what He's been doing, and I thank God for my family again. Yeah, I come from a very good family background. I think we are 4 in number, and I thank God for my parents who are presently not here. They don't base around here because of the kind of work they do. My father is actually a policeman. Funny enough, right? He's actually a policeman, and my mother is a very good businesswoman. We thank God for their lives, and I always bless God because He used them to bring me to this earth. Wow! Growing up as a little boy, to tell you the truth, I've never imagined becoming a music producer. But I've dreamed of being this kind of musician, like an instrumentalist, like I'll be a guitarist in one big choir and stuff like that. So I developed this passion for music even since when I was very, very little. Yeah. So I can remember the days I'll go to the church and I'll hear the choir sing, and I'm like, wow, I'd like to be among these people. Sometimes I don't even used to stay in the children's choir. I'll just run to the main church just to feed my ears with good music at least. It's not like the normal thing. So the passion kept growing, and I began to learn 1 or 2 instruments. I started with the drums. Then there's this young man that I was introduced to. He taught me how to play the guitar and stuff like that. So gradually I was working on myself, and I was meeting a lot of people who were exposed already. So I worked on myself very well, and the passion kept me going up to today. The passion I had for music kept me going. So I think that's how it started. Wow. To mention about few, around here, the only person I so much look up to when it comes to advice musically and some of the corrections and tips on how to make my things sound good. The number 1 person I look up to is actually Diaso. Yeah, popularly known Diaso. We've been close for a quite number of time now. He's been helping me, to tell you the truth, and I'll use this medium to say a very big thank you to Diaso for what he has been doing. And outside here, I have people like Greenworks. Greenworks is actually based in Abuja. I do follow him on IG. I listen to some of his stuff, and he inspires me a lot. And someone who I follow very much well is G Wheels. Yeah, the way he plays his guitar, all those things. I used to like his stuffs, and we've actually spoke one-on-one with him. He's taught me a lot of things. Like seriously, that man has been an inspiration. He's been an inspiration, and I bless God for his life. And outside Nigeria, the person I've been looking up to, and I hope that one day we will definitely meet, is no other person but Chandler Moore. Like, I've listened to so many of his songs. I've tried to follow a lot of things that he do. So basically, these are the few people I've been following. Wow. One of the biggest achievements I've so much made in my life is for me to be able to establish my own brand. The Soundcraft crew, and Mr. Soundcraft himself. This is one of the biggest achievements I've so much established so far. For me to have worked the studio out and all this stuff, it's not been easy, but I bless God for what he has done. The way I got the name Soundcraft, I can't say categorically, but it actually dropped. It actually dropped from above. And after I got that name, I get to discover that there is a brand. It's actually a musical equipment brand or something like that. That also bears the same name. That's Soundcraft. I used to say that Soundcraft mixers or something like that. I know of that brand too well, but I said, this name that actually dropped, I can't joke with it, because I don't know what God is planning to do with it. But as it is now, I am seeing the reality of life. I'm seeing everything working out through that name. Like the kind of sounds I'm crafting, oh God. Sometimes I used to imagine, am I the one that is doing this? And the people that work with me, most especially the Soundcraft crew, I thank God for what he has done. I didn't actually make any selection or like, no. This name came to me through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. And I was able to get these young men. And glory be to God, when I called them, they actually understood my vision. They understood my plan. They understood where I'm heading to. And I thank God because they've been supportive all this while. None of them have ever disappointed me. And up to date, none of them will disappoint me. I believe in what God is doing in the life of Soundcraft crew. You know, people will be like, okay, what's the Soundcraft crew? What do they do? We don't do anything. We just rely on the grace of God. That's the truth. That's the truth. God has been doing it all this while, and we believe that he will continue to do it. And I have a couple of guys working with me, people like Newtwork, Symphonic Beats. These are some of the young men that are working under me. Like, you can hit those guys up for any production. Like, they are mad too. They are mad. And I am ever ready to see I raise young people around me. This is not just a God-given talent for me to make use of it on my own. No. I want to see how I will teach other people and we all grow together. Talking about challenges, there have been so many challenges, and there's a saying that says challenges in life can only make you grow. But if you allow them to make you, if you allow them to overpower you, that is where the problem comes. Yeah, but challenges in life have actually taught me a lot of lessons. Number one challenge that I've had as a young man is finances. Seriously, the number one challenge that I had in life is finances. Sometimes I wish I could own things on my own. Sometimes I wish I could just get this thing, but I don't have the money to get that. Sometimes I wish I could just lay my hands on something, but I discovered that I will need cash, I will need money in order to get that. That is the basic challenge that have been like for a very long time. And I believe a lot of people used to face that. You have dreams, you have big plans on ground, but the capital is the problem. Not just the capital, but what will actually keep you going is the problem. And again, looking at where we are, like Taraba State entirely, you know, it's not that industrious to an extent. But we thank God for how he has been keeping us. Around here, you discover that we have artists who can actually sing very well. We have people who are doing well. But for them to promote themselves is a problem. is a very, very big problem. And if there is anything that a producer will so much want, is that his aim is that after recording this song, he should try to go to places. But the ability to promote these songs is a problem. It's a very, very big problem around here, because no one is willing to support. You just have to do things your own way. You just have to do it on your own. When you're capable, you give it out. If you're not, you just have to wait. That is the truth. And it has been a burden in my heart seeing these young people and me myself in this kind of situation. It has been a burden and a very big challenge, seriously. Wow. The best song I've recorded, oh my God. I didn't expect this question, Shah, but it's because almost all the songs that I've recorded, I love the songs. To tell you the fact, I don't want to be so specific about the song I so much love best, but there's this particular song that have been on my mind, and I know a lot of people know this song around here. Not Only You by Ami Abraham. That song have been an anthem in the globe entirely. After producing that song, the kind of things that I saw personally, I cannot be able to mention. That song have been a reason why I got to know a lot of people, and a lot of people got to know me also. Not just for that, it has blessed my life personally. So sometimes when I want to pray, or anytime I want to lead praise in church, or anytime I want to lead worship in church, the moment I sing that song, I remember the whole process. I remember how we started recording, how I sequenced the soundtracks, and anything that has to do with the song. I know the kind of challenges we faced before achieving that particular sound. So that is one of the reasons why I so much love the song. And not just the song, I love the guy that wrote that song and actually sang the song. I love him. I love him. I love everything about him. And we've been so much close up to now. And I'll actually ask you to go and look for that song and listen to it. There is something about it. I've recorded this song for about, I think it's up to 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, Not Only You should be 3 or 4 years now. So you can get the song and listen to it also. You'll love it. You'll love it. Just like I'm looking up to a lot of people, I believe that is how some people are also looking up to me. So the same advice and the same encouragement I always give to myself is the same thing I will tell these young men that are rising. I love the vibe already, but focus is a problem. Some of them don't really know what they want. Some of them don't really know what they are aiming at. They just want to be, okay, I just want to be called a music producer. That's not how things are done. There are principles attached to these things. You don't just learn music production and say, okay, just because you just want to become a music producer. No. I must tell you that there's a spirit attached to this whole thing. If you don't discover that on time, it will be a very big problem. Just focus on whatever aspect of music or whatever genre of music you want to produce or whatever thing you want to do. Just focus on it and don't let anything to distract you. Don't let anything to distract you. And again, consistency is another strong virtue that people will have to learn. Just be consistent in what you do. Be consistent enough. Be consistent. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You don't know when the time will come for you to blow. You don't know when the kind of people that are listening to what you do. To an extent, when I go out, I do hear people say, Mr. Khan, I say, when did this one know me again? I feel like, wow. So this is how I'm being loved around here. And I appreciate that. So I'll always encourage, just be consistent. Be consistent in what you do and be focused. A lot of people are watching you. A lot of people are listening to your craft. Just keep doing it. Don't disappoint at all. don't disappoint. And believe in your dreams also. Keep that vibe going. Believe in your dream. Just believe in yourself. And another thing that you should know is that as you move on, you will have a lot of critics. That is the most important thing. You have a lot of critics. But if you don't know how to treat cases like that, you will be so discouraged. You will not like to even move an inch. You will be so discouraged. But all these critics, all these things that people are saying, you didn't do this one well, you didn't do this one well, they are all meant to make you grow. When you accept them and take the correction, tomorrow they will not have any mouth to tell you that. In fact, that's the best thing you can ever accept as a music producer. When people observe your music and tell you about it, that shows you how much they love you, and that shows you that you need to grow.